You've probably all seen the movie The Horse Whisperer with Robert Redford. Well, today we have another horse whisperer with us, a true horse whisperer, Anna Twinney. She's here from England. You live in California, right? And Anna is going to show us how to create that bond of trust and understanding between a man or a woman and his or her horse. What made you know that you were a horse whisperer, Anna?
I have a lot of compassion, so I enjoy reading people and reading horses and combining the two. It has tremendous healing powers for people, and so I like to put them together and help the horses and help the humans.
Now, when you take a big animal like Rans, this horse's name is Rans, he's a Dutch Friesian. He's living here at Centerline Stables in near Ossining, New York. And when you take a big horse like this, what makes you feel comfortable about knowing this horse? How do you know you're going to get to know this horse when so many people say it's hard to get to know a horse?
It's knowing who they are. It's understanding their language, being around them, being comfortable with them. And a good way to do that is to observe them, especially in the wild. So if you have that opportunity to see the herd dynamics, the behavior, and there's a place that I go to a lot, it's called Return to Freedom, and the wild horses are released in herd groups, family groups, and you learn how they communicate. If you know that, if you have that understanding, you'll feel comfortable around them.
Horses familial? Do they live in groups? Do they want to be a family?
They want to be a family. And they all have roles. They all have characters and personalities, just like he does.
So what do you think Rans is, when just looking at him, what do you see?
I admire him for he's very majestic. He's very powerful. He's got a wonderful coat. He's very content right now, and he's very calm. He could do anything he wants, and he's choosing not to. He's choosing to be with you. He's relaxed, his jaw's moving, he's licking and chewing, so it means that he's comfortable to be around you. And they will only do that if they're comfortable. If they're tight, the jaw's really tense. He's got a soft, kind eye, and he's relaxing his head. He's very trusting.
What did the word horse whisperer come from?
For me, it means the ability and the art of listening to the horse. A lot of people will communicate with them in our way. That means that we might resort to violence or strength. Now, we don't want to do that. We can't work with muscle mass, so we've got to work with the mind.
Now, what about breaking a horse? Is horse whispering like breaking a horse, like the initial training?
Right, it's nothing like it. The breaking of the horse comes from breaking the spirit. And what you're doing is taking away the instincts. You're taking away the personality.
Is he nuzzling me, or is he just having, what's he doing? You tell me what he's doing.
He's playing with that rope for one, and he's enjoying. He looks like he's about to rub on you, actually, and he'd push you over a little bit through his strength. But look at the top lip.
Yes.
His top lip's going, which means that he'd like the mutual grooming.
Yes.
And he'd want to nuzzle you a little bit.
So breaking a horse breaking a spirit is putting a saddle on it, turning it into a beast of work instead of a free beast? Or?
What it would mean is that they're going to restrict. The people that would break the spirit would mean maybe that they snub them to a post, or they restrain them and hold them, and they throw on a saddle. Some people will even take them around the neck, and they're forcing the information. So it's extrinsic learning. They're forcing it upon them. With this method of communicating with the horse, you're allowing them a voice. You're saying, speak to me and I will hear you. And I will do it in a way, he's going to rub on you, to communicate to you that you have a voice, you can have an opinion. And you're building trust. You're basing it all on trust. So he has choices. I've chosen a round pen to demonstrate today.
Yeah, why do you use a round pen?
There's many reasons. It's really safe, particularly this one, so that if you had any issues, you could get out safely. But it also means that you don't have to run on a 20,000 acre pasture.
Are you ready for your first interaction with Anna? Are you? Oh, look, he's definitely ready. His ears are perked and he's ready to go. So into the round ring, and you'll see how a real horse whisperer whispers to a horse.
Coming up later, exercises for a beautiful back.
The first session, horse whisperer Anna Twinney conducts with a horse, whether she wants to modify his behavior, get him ready to wear a saddle, or just get to know him, is about building a relationship through trust and mutual respect.
I'm going to show him north, south, east and west, but at the same time, I'm looking for him to respect my space, so I'm going to create some space here. I want him to follow the body language, so my shoulder's passive. As I do all of this, my eyes are down, because I don't want him to misinterpret and think I'm reprimanding him.
A horse communicates using body language and by reading the energy of other horses and predators. Anna has adapted this language to communicate with a horse one-on-one. For example, a horse sees an open human hand the same way he would see the open paw of a predator, such as a bear. It signifies an aggressive act and tells the horse to flee. Anna uses simple gestures like this, body language and eye contact, to communicate in a language the horse understands.
As my eyes are on eyes, shoulders square, that's telling this horse that he needs to retreat, and that's what he's doing. He's exploring this direction, preferably at a canter, because I want him to flee. That's his natural instinct as I'm asking him to go forward. The way I'm holding myself is what's telling him to move. Now I'm going to ask him to go about 6 or 7 revolutions, which would be the natural flight distance of a horse. If I throw the line, it's a nice soft line, and it would just cause the impulsion forward. There we go. When I step in front of him, in front of his shoulder, eyes in front, that will cause him to turn and go the other way. And we're looking for the same response right now. Eyes on eyes, shoulders square. As I advance, he will retreat. As I open my hand, you're going to get a faster motion, and it works with the head. This is the hand closest to the head. If I raise my other hand, the left one, it's going to cause forward motion from the rear. There we go. So I can get him to tuck under and create impulsion and drive his shoulders out to the outside of the pen with this hand. If I close my hand, or if I bring my eyes back, it will cause him to slow down. Watch the pace. My eyes on eyes, hand open, I'll increase the pace. I'll step ahead of him, here we go. Eyes on eyes, and ask for a turn. And he's turning really nicely, so he's listening, making it two-way. As he responds, I will acknowledge that, and I will do that by dropping my energy a little bit. So I'll bring it in. My intent will change. So as I focus eyes on eyes, my intent is for him to move, and I can change that. Now I mean no harm, so he's not fleeing out of fear, he's just fleeing because it's a request. We can do the same thing. He's going to bring his head in a little, come off the wall. As he does that, I'll relax and say, I hear you. I hear that you want to be with me, but you need to stay out. So stay out a little longer. He's going to drop his head and say, if we could talk about this again and again, I hear you. I will let you be part of my team. So there he is, showing the respect by lowering his head, coming in off the wall. I'm going to bring him down to a walk by bringing my eyes back to his rump. I'll ask him to stay out, stay out. He really wants to come in. So because he's asking, really begging, we're going to invite him in. In order to do so, I will step ahead and drag my eyes to where he wants to come. If he loses attention, I'll put my eyes on his eyes and say, come back to me. Because it's a non-verbal communication, I've got to ensure that he sees what I'm requesting. If he doesn't see it, he can't respond. There we go. My intent has changed. I'm not looking for him to run. I'm looking for him to stand silently. Now, we did this earlier. I invited him into the heart space that he's familiar with, and we'll do that again. The eyes are down. And we're establishing, okay, he wants to move on. So if he doesn't pay attention, I will snap my eyes on and say, you need to come this way. The walking away releases the pressure and says, I'd like you to be with me. I'm going to praise him for this. Just going to clip on, make it safer. I'm going to praise him for this. And I can bring his adrenaline down and relax him a little bit and prepare him for the next stage. So if he was now a young horse, we might be looking at putting the first saddle on. If he was a horse that didn't like the farrier, we could begin to work with his feet. If he was a bucker, we would bring in the saddle and do different methods. So this, what you've just seen, is a trust building exercise. It's something really useful to do when you meet the horse for the first time. And it's something you take with you wherever you go. This is your foundation. You do everything consistently and you take it to the next level. And that's it, really. That's the first part of communication.
Martha Stewart, the catalog for living, has everything you need for summer. Entertaining, decorating, and enjoying the beach. Purchase online at marthastewart.com or call 1-800-950-7130.